Hi everybody, it's Nina, Beachfront Bargains. Welcome back to my channel. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay, and today I'm going to be going over what sold for me in the first half of November. I'm going to start doing these on a weekly basis just so you guys can keep up with what's selling for me, and just so it's not, a 45-minute video once a month. Today I'm going to go over what sold on Poshmark and eBay. So I'm going to start with eBay in the first half of November. Overall, November was an okay month for me. Actually, it was my worst month of the year. I listed a lot. I put a lot of work in, but I just think that November was rough because there's holidays and then there's Black Friday. I don't necessarily sell a whole lot of new with tag items, which I think is what people are looking for around the holiday season. I still made around $1,000, which is fine. That's great as a part-time reseller, but it was just not as great as my other months. It's already December and I'm starting to see my sales pick up. So I think it's going to be okay. And December is going to be a good month. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first item that sold for me on eBay was a pair of Ann Taylor Loft corduroy jeans, straight. And these sold for $35 with free shipping. If you saw my last video, I found a bunch of Ann Taylor Loft stuff, all petite sizes. I still have a couple of those items left, but this one sold for $35, which is really good since considering these were a thrift store find. Okay, next, I have a pair of Joe's jeans. These were a skinny distressed, medium wash jean. These sold for $30, which I was really pleased with. Joe's jeans are kind of hit or miss with me. I'll pick them up if they're pretty trendy, if they're a skinny jean, but other than that, if they're different, if they're like a boot cut or something, they just do not sell for me, so I won't pick them up anymore. But $30, I was pretty happy with that one. Next up was just an Urban Outfitters shirt, just like a striped short sleeve, and this sold for $15. I was okay with that one. I got that for pretty cheap, so that's fine. Next is another pair of Ann Taylor Loft pants. These were just like a dress pants, like a bootleg, black, and they sold for $20. So not as much as the other one, but they were pretty plain dress pants. And they were Ann Taylor Loft, but that's okay, $20. I still made good money on those. Okay, and that's it for eBay on the first half of November. I do probably 3/4 of my sales on Poshmark, but I still list everything in Poshmark and eBay. And actually, my eBay sales have been picking up a lot recently. But I've been running promotions and sales on my eBay store, so I think that helps a lot. So for Poshmark, next up is another pair of Loft jeans. These are just like a modern boot cut, like in a brownish color, kind of like a corduroy pant. And those sold for $25. Okay. Next up is a J. Jill cardigan. J. Jill is one of those brands that, again, I'm kind of on the fence. I've heard really good things about it, but it just doesn't sell for me. And I thought this was a pretty cute cardigan. It was a pretty a thick, knitted cardigan. But it only sold for $14, so I was kind of disappointed with that one. But I still made profit. Again, it was a thrift store find, so it was pretty cheap. Okay, next was Circus by Sam Edelman sneakers, the Flamingo sneakers. These were brand new, and these were from TJ Maxx or Ross, I can't remember. But I think I sold these last month as well because I had multiple pairs. But these sold for $40, so I was pretty happy with that one. I have started doing a lot more sourcing via retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, and these were from retail arbitrage. So I picked up like 3 or 4 pairs of these at the same time, which is great because then it's just one listing. You're only doing the photos once, but you're listing, 3, 4, 5 pairs. If I find something like that, I always pick up all the pairs. I'll hunt through the whole store and pick up all the pairs if I've done the research and I figure out that it's a good buy. Okay. Next up is a Levi's men's winter coat, like a khaki color. This was also new. I got this in a liquidation order and I sold that for $35. That again was also very cheap. And I had it for a while. I got it actually summertime when no one was looking for, this thick type of winter jacket. So it didn't sell till recently, which makes sense because people aren't looking for winter coats usually in the summer. Okay, next up is a pair of Under Armour Speedform running shoes, and these were another TJ Maxx find. These sold for $60. I had, I think, 5 pairs of these, and I have 1 pair left, and I've sold the rest. They've been ranging from $60 to $100. At first, I was selling them for like $100, which was awesome, but still with $60, I'm still making profit, so I'm happy with that. Next up was probably my favorite thing that sold in the whole month, I would say, hands down. This was a Coach bag. It was like a tote bag just with the signature Coach print, the monogram print, and I sold it for $110. So Coach, I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on Coach. I love selling Coach. I think that it's a brand that has not gone out of style, and the new Coach stuff is really nice, and also the older traditional like monogram print stuff, I think they have a cult following. This sold within, I think, 2 or 3 days from listing it, and I paid dirt cheap for this, so the ROI on this item was insane. This was, I posted on Instagram, but I had a $400 weekend, and this was part of the $400 weekend along with those shoes. So I was very happy to see that sale so quickly. And I have other Coach items, and I will continue to pick Coach up. Okay, next is a bundle. So this is a bundle of 2 items. It's an Adidas golf polo, which I sold for a whopping $5, and a Max Studio shift dress, which I sold for $30. Well, actually, which I had listed for $30. The whole bundle sold for $28. I really just wanted to get rid of that Adidas polo. I have some things in my closet that were not necessarily good buys that I'm just trying to get rid of right now. And those are things in my closet that are on sale. The price is really, really cheap. And if someone puts them in a bundle, I'll basically give them to them for free. My sourcing has improved tremendously in the last 6 months. There's things I do not pick up anymore, like Adidas golf polos. I'm just not picking them up anymore. I'm focusing more on brands that do very well, like Free People. I don't know what it is about Free People, but it sells like that for me. So yeah, I sold that for $28. It was still a good sale because the dress I sold in the bundle was in my closet for like 3 days. So that sold really quickly. Okay. Next up is a pair of booties from Just Fab. These were actually part of my liquidation.com shoe order of like 40 pairs of shoes. These are the red ones. They're super cute. They were actually my size, but they were very narrow, so I didn't keep them. And I had 2 pairs of these, and they both sold within the first month, but I sold these for $30. Okay, next up is a Free People dress, new with tag. It's like a tunic dress. It's called the Smooth Talk dress. This sold for $35. I think I had this for only a couple weeks, and it sold very quickly. I had it listed for more than 35, but 35 was more than enough for me, so I accepted an offer on this one. It had a lot of attention, so I was just glad to get it moved out of my closet. And actually, that is it for Poshmark for the first half of the month. Like I said, overall, November was an okay month for me. I still did very well, being part-time and everything, but it was not the greatest just sales-wise, and October was a lot better, and December is already looking to be a much better month for me than November. So that's okay. I still sold a lot of things. I listed a lot of things that I see selling soon. So stay tuned. I will be doing a second video with what sold in the second half of November, and then from now on, I'm going to be doing weekly videos on what sold. So thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.